I want to ask you about the movie Life, a classic movie, man. How you get a role in that movie?
Oh man, that was a great experience. Directed by the late Ted Demme, and we shot that in 1998. And Ted Demme is a white cat, but he was so in love with this script and such just a fair, even, good-hearted dude that he was really smart about allowing people to express themselves and do their thing. And he knew exactly what he wanted, but he was also uh, intelligent enough to let us lean into our own expression, and we find that nice middle ground. And that was a fantastic experience, man. You know, Brian Grazer, the legendary producer and just cool cat. Um, he was the reason I got that part because I had auditioned for another role, but I was obviously far too young for the role. But Ted Demme really wanted me in the movie, and so he had me audition for this role in front of Brian Grazer, even though clearly I was like 30 years too young for the part or whatever. But I put so much time and effort into the audition that Brian Grazer basically said, "Look, I agree with you, Ted. Let's find somewhere for him to be in the movie." And so they found somewhere for me to be in the movie. And I remember I would go to set and I wouldn't talk, right, because my character was mute, um, and I wouldn't talk, right, all day, man. I mean, all day, right, from the time I got in there to the time I rapped, I was silent, right. And these are some of the funniest human beings on the planet, man, right? And so, there would be times when they would kind of like try to get me to talk, to laugh, to make some kind of sound. Uh, Especially Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac wasn't letting it go, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "You want to talk? You want to talk?" And he just kept trying to get me to talk, man. But I never broke down, man. I never talked. And it was just so wonderful going to set every day with those cats, man, because it was like going to a free comedy concert, man. Because comedians are competitive. I don't know if you know, but comedians, they compete. Even when there's love, even when it's all peace and great, they gotta try to outdo each other, man. And so I can't even describe the humor and just the high level intelligence that was displayed in the witticisms by these gentlemen, man. It was incredible. And the only cat that ever got me to talk was Eddie, but it was kind of unfair. It was kind of like shade shiced because I'm on set, right? And I hadn't seen him in the makeup, because they age in the picture, him and Martin, right? So he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey," right? And it just looked like an extra. I thought it was an extra, right? So I'm just like, because since I wasn't talking, everything I did was with gestures while I was working on that picture. I learned how to gesture real. So he's like, "Hey, Bokeem, how you doing?" Right? We got the old people makeup on and shit. I'm just kind of like going about my business. He goes, "Bokeem," right? Now I'm getting annoyed, right? Because I'm like, "Look, you know, I know I'm in the zone, right? Like, give me some space, right?" He's like, "It's me." I'm like, who are you supposed to be?" It's like, "It's Eddie." I'm like, right? Kind of bugged me out, right? Because I hadn't seen him with the makeup on. So that that bugged me out. I was like, "Whoa, that is Eddie, right?" And then he said, "Yeah, man, I was just talking to Ted, man, and you rapped, man. You rapped, right?" And I'm like pointing to myself. He's like, "Yeah, you rapped." And so I immediately went into, "That's right, motherfuckers, I'm out of here. Kiss my ass. Everybody, too bad y'all niggas still gotta work. I'm out of here. Bye. See you." Now I'm talking a lot, right? Because I'm excited. It's Friday. I'm getting off 6 hours earlier than I thought. I'm bugging out, right? Talking way too much smack, right? And then Eddie goes, I'm just f***ing with you, man. You're not rapping. And I was like, all right. He got me. He got me to talk. So I don't know when he came up with that strategy, but it worked. He was the only person that got me to talk the whole time we shot that movie.
Yeah, I know that had to be a sight to see, seeing all them comedians trying to outdo each other, all them legendary comedians. And you said they was competing?
Yeah, I mean it was friendly, but it just it's not like, okay, it's lunchtime. We're gonna see who's the funniest. It wasn't like that, but it was like just naturally there was, like if one person says, if Miguel Nunez says some funny shit, then, Guy Torrey has to say something funny. If Guy Torrey says something funny, then Anthony Anderson has to try to say some shit funnier than that. And then so on and so on and so on, till you get to Bernie Mac and he just kind of shuts it down by saying the ultimate funny thing. And then we go back to the beginning and everybody does it again. And that was an everyday thing, it was a blessing. Like if you a comedian, you would have been blessed to have been in my shoes and learn like the strategy and how their minds work and just how brilliant those cats are, man.
Elite comedians. Was it hard for you to keep a straight face?
Hard to keep a straight face. I can't tell you how many times I literally had to just get up and just walk away because, you know, wow, those cats. It's a thing you're born with, is what I learned when I was working on life, or it's the conclusion I came to. I think the best of the best of the best when it comes to comedy, they're just born like that. They're born with that gift.